You enter a room and feel it immediately. The way conversations suddenly shift tone. How laughter becomes just a bit too loud when you approach. The subtle dance of eyes avoiding direct contact. It's not your imagination playing tricks. This palpable tension you sense is the inevitable result when someone who perceives deeply enters a world built on superficial interactions. Ancient philosophers from Plato to Nietzsche warned about this phenomenon. Modern psychology confirms it. There exists a certain threshold of awareness that, once crossed, makes you a walking mirror for people's hidden truths. Your very presence becomes an uncomfortable reminder of all they've worked so hard to conceal, from others and from themselves. This isn't about being judgmental or arrogant. In fact, the more awake you become, the less you feel the need to judge at all. True perception operates beyond morality. It simply sees what is. And in a society that runs on carefully maintained illusions, clear vision becomes revolutionary. The first sign you've developed this perception is how strangers inexplicably open up to you. Not just casual small talk, but startling confessions from people you've just met. The barista shares her marital troubles. A fellow passenger reveals his childhood trauma. This happens so often you've stopped being surprised by it. Jung called this phenomenon numinous attraction. Your energy unconsciously signals that you can handle truths others can't. But there's a darker side. These same people who confess so freely will often later avoid you. Why? Because in the light of your perception, they suddenly feel exposed, vulnerable. You didn't judge them. Your mere attention was judgment enough. The second sign is your ability to detect emotional contradictions instantly. You hear the slight tremor in their voice when they say, "I'm fine." You notice how their hands clench when they claim to be relaxed. While others take words at face value, you perceive the entire symphony of nonverbal communication. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca wrote extensively about how humans constantly deceive themselves before deceiving others. Your perception cuts through these layers of self-deception like an X-ray. This isn't mind reading. It's paying attention in a world that prefers distraction. The third sign manifests when people accuse you of overthinking. What they really mean is you've noticed something they wanted ignored. That awkward pause after the CEO's speech. The strange tension between two coworkers who claim to be just friends. Your so-called overanalysis is actually accurate perception of what everyone secretly knows, but won't acknowledge. Nietzsche saw this clearly. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. Your crime isn't overthinking. It's seeing through the collective hypnosis. The fourth sign is your uncanny ability to predict behavior. That friend who always plays the victim. You know exactly when their next dramatic crisis will occur. The coworker who steals credit. You can time their moves before they make them. This isn't psychic power. It's pattern recognition honed by painful experience. Machiavelli documented this principle. Human behavior follows predictable scripts when you understand someone's core motivations. Your predictions make people uncomfortable because they reveal an uncomfortable truth. Most people are slaves to their own programming. The fifth sign is physical. You feel deception viscerally. A tightening in your chest during a politician's speech. A sinking feeling when someone gives false praise. The ancient Greeks had a term for this. Somatic intelligence. The body's ability to detect truth before the conscious mind catches up. Modern research confirms this. Studies show gut bacteria actually respond to dishonest speech patterns before we cognitively recognize deception. That discomfort you feel isn't anxiety. It's your biological truth detection system operating exactly as designed. The sixth sign is seeing the hidden scripts behind every social interaction. office small talk that's really about status jockeying, family gatherings masking decades-old power struggles, romantic relationships playing out ancient attachment wounds. Like Plato's prisoner who escaped the cave, you can now see the puppets casting the shadows others mistake for reality. This awareness is isolating. Once you see the strings, you can't unsee them, but it's also liberating. You're no longer compelled to play roles you never chose. The seventh sign is being called too intense during conversations. Your questions expose unexamined assumptions. Your insights reveal uncomfortable contradictions. What people really mean is, "You're making me think about things I've worked hard to avoid." Kierkegaard understood this well. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. Your intensity isn't aggression. It's the natural byproduct of a mind that refuses to look away. The eighth sign is your instant detection of manipulation. The guilt trips disguised as concern. The favors with invisible strings. The flattery designed to disarm. You spot these not because you're paranoid, but because you've developed what Sun Tzu called the perception of 10,000 things, the ability to see the battlefield beneath the surface. Your detection system makes manipulators deeply uncomfortable, not because you confront them, you often don't, but because your silent awareness alone is enough to neutralize their tactics. A wolf knows when it's being watched. The ninth and most profound sign is the persistent feeling of being awake in a world of sleepwalkers. This isn't superiority, it's loneliness. The more clearly you see, the harder it becomes to participate in the collective illusions that pass for normal life. From Buddhist teachings to the Matrix allegory, every wisdom tradition warns of this isolation. But here's the secret they don't tell you. This very loneliness is the price of power. The pain of clear vision is the cost of true freedom. So when someone next tells you to stop overthinking, smile knowingly. They've just paid you the highest compliment, confirming that your perception threatens their carefully constructed reality. This isn't your curse to bear, it's your advantage to wield. In an age of manufactured consent and mass delusion, the ability to see clearly is revolutionary. Share this with others who understand what it means to live with eyes wide open. Like this video if you're done pretending not to notice what's obvious. And remember, vision this sharp was never given to you by accident. It's a calling. The world doesn't need more people who fit in. It needs more who stand apart and see.